not too up.
Okay, thanks.
Good. Jasmine, anybody else?
That's all, but I think all right.
Want to share something?
No, I'm looking at our chat box.
Chat box.
Yes. See any question? From Dr. T. MINDFULGym for kids. BMHA will do one in near future.
Okay.
When? Okay. The other one. Okay, the other one is how to register for MINDFULGym Part 2 in June. This one we will notify you all through email. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's all.
So we have come to the end of the program. Yeah, so I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you, all the participants, for joining the program. Also like to thank my team. Yeah, so although I'm the speaker, behind the scene there are a lot of people who support this program. All the MINDFULGym graduates who come back to share, Sister Jasmine, Sister Hu, my co-host. There are a lot of people who are working behind the scene to support this program. So I take this opportunity to thank all of them. Yeah, and I hope you continue the practice. So whatever we share with you in these 4 weeks, it just is like starter kit, just for you to have a taste and introduction. I hope you will continue to practice. Yeah, for part 2, we'll, as Jasmine mentioned, we'll keep it informed on part 2, but we won't start part 2 straight away. So we'll take a break for a month. Part 2 will start in June. So you have 1 month to practice. If you have questions, feel free to submit your question. The Slido system will still be functioning. So you need to submit questions. Feel free to submit your questions to the Slido system. I will answer your questions. And if there are a lot of questions, maybe in May, we also have another Zoom question, a short Zoom session just to attend to your question. We'll consider that. Maybe middle of May, we have just 1 session. So that time you'll be practicing halfway through the month. Maybe with more practice, you have more questions. We are happy to organize another session just to attend to your questions. Yeah. No home gym, no home practice today, because the home practice is the MP3 itself, the mindfulness personal practice plan. So I have to say, maybe last but not least, maybe we can open the session for anyone who wants to say anything.
Yeah.
Anybody want to say anything? Yeah.
Actually, Dr. Pang, I would like to extend my appreciation to those participants who register in this program, who are really, really committed for the 4 sessions in part 1. So I'm very impressed by their passion in learning, and I really hope that keep it up and start a simple exercise and cultivate the habit, and definitely you will benefit from this program. Thank you very much. Okay, just now has someone would like to do some sharing from the participants?
Yeah.
Can I?
Sure, go ahead.
Anybody?
Sister Jasmine, Sandra here.
Yeah, Sandra, yes.
Hi, Sandra.
Actually, I have, hi, Dr. Pang. I actually have a question. Because nowadays people talk about gaming. So many gaming competitions, you know, people are into gaming, especially younger generation people. So I'm just wondering, this gaming is become a worldwide trend. Many people has this addiction problem. So I was, I have this wondering whether the gaming itself, you know, it can be a mindful technique to release stress That's why people are, you know, perhaps initially they are into the gaming just for relaxation. Later they become addicted to it. What's your viewpoint on this?
Okay, thanks for the question, Sandra. I will respond to your question, but at the same time, I will also invite you to guess my response. Yeah. Of course, I give you some hint. Okay, the hint will be the 4 principles of mindfulness: the attention, the kindness, the beginner's mind, and the wisdom. So I've given you a little bit of clue. Do you think you can answer your own question? Sandra?
Okay, let me try. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Pang, perhaps let me try.
Yeah, try. Yeah.
I guess with Dr. Pang's tips on these 4: attention, kindness, beginner's mind, attention, is it? One more?
And wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah. So I find that there's a self-recognition when people play in the game. So if they win the game, so it proves something. They are worthy. They can overcome, you know, it become a reality to them. So, and I also, even though I don't play games, but I've seen people, you know, really into it, and then it's a billion-dollar business. So I am just, you know, having this like second thought, you know, how you can help. So yeah, I don't have a clear answer for that, Dr. Pang. Maybe you can help.
Good try. Yeah, good try. Yeah. So I will use that model, attention, kindness, beginner's mind, and wisdom. Generally, the gaming itself is neither good or bad. It's neither good or bad. That's how I look at it. Okay. But we can do it mindfully, we can do it mindlessly. Yeah. Of course, gaming can be a form of attention. I mean, games like any form of game, like computer game, badminton game, ping pong game, and any form of game can be a form of way for us to anchor attention. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Then the kindness. Okay, if you game too much until it becomes an addiction, it's not kind to ourselves. It's harming ourselves. Got it?
Right.
If we play just for relaxation purpose, I mean badminton game, ping pong game, whatever game, if we play just for us to distress relaxation, it's a form of kindness. Got it? Yeah. So beginner's mind is beginner's mind is how we play. If we play, that is the only way to help us to release stress. It's the only way that become a bit problematic. If we have mindful body stretching, we also got mindful breathing, we also have butterfly high, other too, and include gaming as part of it. I think it's fine if we game moderately. Of course, wisdom is combination how we use gaming. Are we using gaming as a form of addiction to sort of avoid problem, to avoid life challenges? That is not wisdom. If we use gaming together with other method to cope with stress, then that is wise. So that will be the response. Indra, got it?
Yeah, Dr. Pang.
Any questions also? Any questions you have? We always try to relate to these 4 principles of mindfulness: attention, kindness, beginner's mind, and wisdom. That should be the thinking process. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Any last questions or comments before we close the session?
Anyone?
I know.
Nobody? So then shall we end our sessions?
Okay. No question, then we end our session now. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. We'll end now.
Right.
Yeah, have a good afternoon, good weekend. Happy practicing. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, Dr. Pang. Thank you, Jasmine.
Welcome. See you all in
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, team.
see you all in part 2.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Rasa sayang.
Rasa sayang ini may I may you may all
Thank you, Dr. Pang. Thank you, Mrs. Jasmine.
Thank you, Dr. Pang. Thank you, Jasmine.
welcome. Bye. Okay, Dr. Pang, I'm leaving now.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Bye. Thanks for.
So with that, we have covered all the MindfulGym tools, all the Kung Fu that we have in the MindfulGym program. So we will end it with the mindfulness personal practice plan. So you have heard a lot, you have learned a lot, so many tools. So how are we going to apply the tools? Okay. Before that, let us review. We actually learned quite a lot. So in MindfulGym part 1, we learned the mindful body stretching, which is good for relaxing the body. Mindful breathing, which is good for calming the mind. We have the HTC, mindful stop, mindful meow, mindful thinker, which are all used on a daily basis to help us to communicate, to help us anchor our attention in the present moment. We have mindful PDF, nowing, butterfly hug, EFT tapping, healing hand. These are all very useful when we are having emotional distress or psychosomatic pain. That's part 1, the one we covered in the first 4 sessions. In the last 4 sessions, we have the breathing meditation. We combine the body stretching breathing followed by breathing meditation so that we can calm our mind further. Okay? And we also learn the beginner's mind, mindful photography, eating, Google Web to help us to appreciate the present moment. Okay? Then we have a few tools, the mindful rain, AM, mindful vitamin, and hooking talks to help us deal with the challenging moments. Yeah. So we have covered quite a lot. So it's time for us to contemplate and see how we can come up with a unique plan. That's why I call it MP3. MP3 stands for Mindfulness Personal Practice Plan. So how can we come up with a plan that suits us? Yeah. So I'll be giving you 2 examples of plan. So you can look at an example and then reflect how you can apply it in your life and come up with your own plan. Okay. So plan A, so you can consider is plan A is practice mindful stretching and breathing, followed by chanting and breathing meditation in the morning. Stretching, breathing, alternate between stretching and breathing. Once the body is relaxed, the mind is calm, then we go into breathing meditation, 5 to 10 minutes to further calm the mind in the morning, every morning before we start our day. Okay. Then we can have the mindful stop at HTC at least 3 times per day to help us to focus attention and to help us to pause and relax the mind and body throughout the day. And in the evening or before sleep, we can practice the mindful breathing, the body grounding, lie down on the bed or lie down on the floor to help to relax the body, to help us to have a peaceful sleep. Then mindful walking and photography, maybe we can do during the weekend. These are weekdays, maybe very busy. You only do that during the weekend. Gratitude workout, Google Web, we can do maybe once in every 2 weeks to count our blessings, to review the good things in our life. And during challenging moments, then we can try to apply the AAM, 5 mindful vitamins, and the mindful rain. So that is one example how you can integrate the MindfulGym practices in your daily life. If you don't like this plan, then we can have a look at another plan, see whether this one suits you better. This one, the simpler, mindful stretching and breathing in the morning without the breathing meditation. Then mindful stop, HTC 3 times per day to take little mindful breaks. Then the mindful communication, PDM, knowing on the daily basis. This one cannot be avoided. So on the daily basis, we need to talk, we need to listen, we need to do things. So we apply this. Stretching, breathing with the breathing meditation only weekend. Because breathing meditation takes a longer time, maybe you can do it over the weekend. Then sing the happiness and hear and now song when you're stressed out. Yeah, for some people, they find the AAM mindful vitamin a bit too difficult. And keep it simple. Just sing the happiness in the here and now song. Okay. The rest for psychosomatic pain, you can choose whatever tools you like. So for you, I can't help you to come up with your plan other than give you an example. You have to sit down, contemplate, and come up with your own plan. Yeah. To self-kindness, how to avoid being overly kind to the self. In real world, some people may not understand self-kindness, especially boss at work with high expectation. Yes, it's true. In the real life, they are nasty people. They are people who expect a lot from us. They are people who contribute to our stress. So the more we need to be kind to ourselves. In fact, there is no such thing as being too kind. In fact, we need to balance it because in real world, the environment can be very harsh. The people around us can be very harsh. They can scold us. They can be very nasty. They can find fault with us. So we have enough of that. So when we are with ourselves, we need to be kind to ourselves to balance that. Okay? Imagine the external world is scolding us and we are also scolding ourselves. Then that is very, very painful. So the more we need to be kind to ourselves.
One more question, Dr. Pong. Do you think this COVID pandemic will pass?
Of course, everything will pass. This shall also pass. That's all. Thank you for asking a very simple question. If you ask me when it will pass, then I cannot answer you. If you ask me when it will pass, then I cannot answer you. It will definitely pass. But definitely it's not going to be the last pandemic as well. I'm sure there's another pandemic to come. Yeah, definitely will pass. Surely. Slowly but surely. That's one of the coping statements I have, I said, slowly but surely it will pass. Slowly, surely it will pass. So when I do my EFT tapping, I'll say, slowly but surely it will pass. Slowly but surely it will pass. Slowly but surely it will pass. Yeah.
I have fear and shame, the obstacle of processing emotional pain. Is it because I lack of determination or motivation to improve?
I think the problem is more of a lack of wisdom rather than lack of determination and motivation. Very often in emotional world, challenges in the emotional world, we need more wisdom rather than willpower. We need more wisdom rather than willpower. Wisdom and kindness. Wisdom and kindness. So the shame, try to relate to the shame and fear with kindness and wisdom, not willpower. Willpower is like, I can do it, I sure can do it one, boleh, can. That is the determination and motivation. Very often we are disappointed. Okay, try another method, try with kindness. Kindness means we recognize the fear, we recognize the shame, we soothe ourselves, we do butterfly hug, we do mindful breathing, we use kindful hand to soothe ourselves, remind ourselves that the shame, remind ourselves we are not alone. So all these methods are applying kindness and wisdom, instead of applying willpower.
The next question is, if one always feels guilty, to be kind to self increase self-guilty, how can we help to reduce the guilty?
It's okay to feel guilty. You're not alone. You're not alone. So sometimes when I practice self-kindness, when I have my me time, when allow myself to relax, I also feel guilty. Okay?
Yeah.
Jasmine, do you also feel guilty sometimes?
I always feel guilty when I have chance to relax.
Yes, I also have that. Not all the time, on and off I do.
Yeah.
So you are not alone. Jasmine has that feeling. I also have that feeling. So we learn not to fight the guilt. So again, fighting the guilt is using motivation and determination and willpower. The more we try to get rid of the guilt, the more we try to kick the guilt away, the more we try to get rid of guilt, the guilt will bring all the abang adik, brothers, sisters, father, mother, children, grandchildren.
Yes. You are more guilty at the end.
You are more guilty, multiply some more. So we learn to make love with the guilt. We learn to relate to the guilt with kindness. It's okay to feel guilty. Jasmine also feel guilty. I also feel guilty. The MINDFULGym trainer, instructor also feel guilty. It's okay. So let it come, let it go. Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah. When you say to recognize the feeling, we should not associate with it as I am angry or my stress, but note it as just anger, stress, sadness, and etc.
So the question is it like that? Yes, you're right. Is more helpful to recognize the feeling, for example, anger or stress, as just anger or just stress. Remember there was a session, I used the ping pong ball, the simile to represent the emotion.
Yes.
So we say there is anger, there is stress, there is guilt, there's anxiety, there's depression, there's insomnia, there's fear. Okay? So why we do that? The reason is we try not to personalize it. When we say I am angry or I am guilty, then it will spread to I am not supposed to be angry, I'm not supposed to be guilty, I'm not supposed to be scared. So that is personalizing it. So we try to take away the I, take away the mind. Take away the I, take away the mind, and remind ourselves that whatever states we are in is because of various causes and conditions. Many past experiences. For example, if you are very critical, you're very critical to yourself, it could be due to your childhood experience, the parenting experience, your past experience in your workplace. It's due to all these various causes and conditions. It is there, you're programmed, the emotions have been programmed. So we learn not to beat ourselves. So I feel guilty, but it's not I choose to be guilty, because of many things happened in the past.
Yes.
Correct. So when we recognize it, we try to depersonalize it, saying that there's anger, there's guilt, there's depression, there's anger. Instead of I am angry, I am stressful, I am stupid, I am useless.
Okay, that's all 5 questions are posted. Oh, one more. I am in a mommy learning group. I felt want to leave group. I wonder why, as I am facing problem in my family. Is it about shame to stop me to grow? How to overcome?
Let me read the question. See whether I understand. I'm in a mommy learning group. I interpret as you are in a parenting. I suppose you are in a parenting group. Okay? I felt want to leave the group. That means you feel uncomfortable in the group. You want to leave this this parenting group. Okay. I wonder why I'm facing problem in my family. This one I cannot make a connection. Maybe if your question is if you want to leave the group, why you want to leave the group? Why you are uncomfortable in the group? Shame could be one of the reasons. Shame could be one. Okay. For example, because I do not know the details. For example, it could be because in the parenting group, in the group they're talking about you need to, as a good good mommy, you need to do this, you must do this, you should do that, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Maybe all the should and must make you feel shameful. Maybe I'm not sure, but it's something for you to reflect. Maybe it's the shame. So how to overcome? If you want a very effective way to overcome, you need to face it. You need to name it, face it. You use the mind mirror. Use the mind mirror to identify the thoughts, identify the feeling, identify the behavior, identify the body sensations. Then only you can have a very definite answer. Yeah, it could be shame. It could be shame that make you feel uncomfortable. It could be shame that make you feel uncomfortable and feel like leaving the group. It's something for you to explore, but I cannot be very sure because I do not have the detail.
Right. Sometimes I feel sad in my life. 10 years ago, I got depression. 10 years later, I experienced this COVID pandemic. Feeling bad, especially during my bad day.
I suppose it's just a sharing and there's no question. I don't see a question, but I can also share is yes, I also feel bad. I also feel sad on and off. I don't feel good all the time. I hope you don't graduate from this program having the wrong impression that, or if you practice mindful gym, your day every day will be fine, every day will be happy. No, I have sadness. I also have fear. I also have the unpleasant emotion and sensation. The only difference is with the mindful gym tools. I learned how to cope.
Yes.
So you are not alone. You're not alone. I hope you don't feel shameful and want to leave the group. The mommy group, at least the mindful gym group, is normal to feel sad.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. One more question, Dr. Pang. I don't have enough motivation to do certain things. What should I do? What is your opinion on this?
I don't have enough motivation to
do certain things.
Hey, maybe you're having too high expectation. Maybe the things you want to do is not realistic, too big. Maybe you can consider applying the mindful PDF, prioritize, delegate, and the D1 is divide into smaller tasks. So whatever you want to do, try to divide into smaller tasks. Smaller tasks. Okay, for example, let's go back to the COVID vaccination again. To go for COVID vaccination is a very big task, you know. There are many steps involved in the vaccination process. Okay, so you say, oh, want to go for vaccination, think about it also, you're already tired already, you know. But if you break the vaccination process divide it into many smaller tasks. So list it out. Maybe one step, install the MySejahtera app you have not installed yet. Or ask around friends about how to register. Okay. Then if you're registered already, find out where is the center. If you do not know how to go to the center, find out where is the center, how to go to the center. Ask whether there are friends who can bring you over there. Okay. Ask the doctor if you're on medication, can you take the vaccine even you're on medication? So break them into smaller tasks, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and do one at a time. That will be easier.
I like to share gratitudes. For me, this eight weekends is really useful. Purely because my work is very stressful, so I always look forward to these 2 hours because it kind of put a stop, and I actually switch off my handphone and just focus on the Zoom. So it helps me to say, okay, maybe you call it running away from reality, but for me, it's that 2 hours at least I'm escaping, you can say, and it's also allowing me to recall all the tools that I need, and I'm really grateful. Thank you very much.
Dr. Pang, I'm Jenny. Yeah, according to the previous question, saying that feeling guilty.
Mm.
So you gave some advice that break the task into small tasks, isn't it?
Mm.
I think it's a very good suggestions. But apart from this, what should I have? I mean the attitude. The not the methods, but the attitude. Yes.
Okay, attitude always link back to the MindFulgym's definitions of mindfulness. Okay? Mindfulness means remembering to pay attention to the present moment with kindness, beginner's mind, and wisdom. So the three keywords are kindness, beginner's mind, and wisdom. They are the attitude component of mindfulness. So whatever issues we are dealing with, doesn't matter is shame or guilt or external problem or internal problem, that is the same attitude that we apply. Okay? In other words, mindfulness is relationship. Mindfulness is relationship. It is relating to whatever, doesn't matter. It can be relating to ourselves. It can be relating to somebody else. It can be relating to our thoughts or our feelings like guilt. It can be relating to anything. But the principle, the attitude is to relate with kindness, beginner's mind, and wisdom. So that should be the thinking process. So for your question, I will help you to help yourself by showing you the process instead of giving you the solution. So the thinking process should be, how do we apply kindness, beginner's mind, and wisdom in relating to guilt? In relating to guilt. Okay, for example, just example, okay? Kindness will be, as I suggested earlier, break into smaller tasks. That's being kind to ourselves, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Beginner's mind will be, when we break into smaller tasks, we do it with a sense of curiosity. Don't have a fixed mind that, oh, if I break into smaller tasks, it's definitely going to work. We explore, maybe breaking into smaller tasks work. Even if we break into smaller tasks, which task to start first? Do we start with the relatively bigger one or the relatively smaller one? Okay. Maybe we do mindful body stretching, breathing, then only do the task, the effect will be different. That's beginner's mind. Being adventurous, try with different way. Then wisdom. Wisdom is with the understanding. Understanding that there is no one best method for everyone. So you have to try it out. Maybe divide into tasks works well for me. Maybe for you, dividing into tasks doesn't work. Okay. Wisdom will also help us to understand, where does this guilt feeling come from?
Right.
Is it from our ex-bosses? Is it from our parents? Is it from the society in general? Is it from our previous school teachers? That is wisdom. So there's no end to it. There's no end to it. But that is a process. Whatever we are dealing with, we relate to it, pay attention to it, relate to it with kindness, beginner's mind, and wisdom. That would be the formula. Thank you for asking this. The formula is more important. You know, the problem can change. The problem can be relationship problem, can be a health problem, can be a work problem, can be emotion problem, different type of problem. But the principle is always the same. We read it, pay attention to it with kindness, beginner's mind, wisdom.
I'm an occupational health doctor. So I just want to share, I think this is under the attitude of wisdom.
Yes.
So in the pandemic, we have behavioral scientists, and they have done a lot of studies and research and survey on people. They found that a very good quality to have for all of us in this pandemic is called adaptive resilience. That means we should be flexible because things keep changing, and resilience means we need to be a bit tough. So we all want that, and one of the main causes that can give us adaptive resilience is recharge. So don't feel guilty because all this is recharge. And Dr. Pang, your techniques of recharge are proven by behavioral scientists to be one of the best techniques. So what you're teaching us, mindfulness, breathing, stretching, all this is all part of recharge because we all need to recharge. And they found that if we don't do anything, even just relax, just take it easy, doing mindfulness is very good for our mind and our body. We will be more creative and we will be stronger facing the pandemic. Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Pang.
Hi, Dr. Pang. This is my sharing actually. Actually, my business are facing losses since March, and then now we cannot open the shop since 29th of May. So it's like the hand is stopped, so like our mouth also stopped because I don't have income. So what I did is I sell the dessert, you know, I cook the kong soy to sell. So one of my customer, he come to tell me that sorry that I can't repurchase your dessert anymore because due to this MCO extended, I have no more extra money to buy the dessert. So yeah, I feel like it's true that everyone is facing income problems, and a lot of my friends, they are facing like what should we do next, because we don't know when we can open the shop, and the rental in the shopping mall is very expensive, so we don't know that whether we have the rentals or we still have to pay the rental. So it's a lot of uncertainty, you know. So yeah, it's very stressful actually. But I see that selling hang soy also very stressful because people like don't have enough money already. So I feel like, what should I do next? You know, it's like,
Yes, good question. What should I do next?
Yes.
But sometimes when the mind is very confused, we ask what can I do? Sometimes the what can I do next is not the word, you know. It is the feeling behind the word, what can I do next? So if you pay attention, then you notice the what can I do next got two types. One type is keep on asking, what can I do next? What can I do next? What can I do that? It's not a real question. It's more of a complaint. It's a rumination. It's a ventilation, which is okay. It's not wrong. I mean, it's not wrong. I mean, it is a stressful time for everyone. It's okay to vent. It's okay to express the emotion. But after that phase, you could ask the real what can I do? The real what can I do is really asking a question, is identifying needs and identifying resources. Okay.
There's a question asked in the chat box from Sulin. Dr. Pang, from self-soothing, is it okay not to be okay? Same with, is it okay to be not okay?
Definitely. Sometimes I soothe, I do mindful breathing, I do mindful body stretching, I do everything, still feel not nice. I try AAM, I try mindful vitamin, I try mindful rain, I try to talk to somebody, I try everything, all the tools, all the kachang, everything tried already. Is still feeling horrible. Then my final kung fu, final tool is it's okay not to feel okay. It's okay not to feel okay. And so far with that method, when we say it's okay not to feel okay, actually, if you look deeply, it has the attitude of kindness. When we don't try too hard, we don't pressure ourselves too hard, we just leave it. Sounds like giving up. It's not really giving up. It is actually not trying too hard. When we don't try too hard, okay, I try all the tools already, still cannot. Leave it. Just let it be, let it be. That is actually kindness, wisdom, and beginner's mind, all three. Highest level. All three. Why kindness? By not pressuring ourselves to feel better, by reminding ourselves it's okay to be not okay. That is kindness. Wisdom is understanding that whatever we resist will persist. Whatever we accept, it won't last so long. Beginner's mind, this is a totally different strategy. It is not the usual strategy of fighting motivation, willpower. Beginner's mind is a very different way of dealing with things, a very different way of relating to things. That is beginner's mind. So that is beginner's mind, kindness, wisdom at the ultimate level.
I have two questions. First question is like, the first question is actually, I'm actually looking forward to back in sports again. And I know you play badminton as well. And this question has been in my mind quite a while, because the last time when I resumed my badminton playing, I was trying to practice mindfulness while I smash people when I'm playing badminton. So that I've tried to be very aware of my feelings, my emotions, but it's so difficult. My difficulty is like when I'm trying to pay attention, then the shuttlecock is already down on the floor, or I'm paying attention of how to reflect myself, like reaction time, but it's just a little bit difficult lah. So how do you do it? I know you play badminton. Like, do you also mindfully playing badminton? Yeah. Question number 2 is
One by one.
I'm very
I cannot remember. Yeah. I find that in practicing mindfulness, sometimes it's more helpful to conceptualize mindfulness as attention training. Sometimes it's more useful to conceptualize it as a relationship. I know you joined MINDFULGym quite early. The early phase of my sharing, I tend to highlight it as a form of attention training. Mindfulness is attention training. That is true. But I'm not sure whether you also noticed lately, sometimes I change the word. Mindfulness is relating to the present moment. They're actually the same thing. It's just the different emphasis. Different emphasis. So I invite you to try out two ways of seeing mindfulness. They are the same thing, but they're seeing at the different facets. One is attention training, one is relationship. So maybe in playing badminton, instead of paying attention to the shuttlecock, it's more of how we relate to the other players. I don't know whether you play single or double. I don't have the stamina to play single. So I play double. So that in that context, it is not paying attention to the shuttlecock. It is how I relate to my partner, my double partner, and how I relate to my opponents. How can I relate to them with kindness, beginner's mind, and wisdom? For example, sports sometimes you win it does give a nice feeling isn't it? I cannot lie to you, I don't like to win So if I'm honest with myself, I like to win I think that one of my badminton kaki is inside Kan. Are you here, Kan?
It's not here, right?
Okay, one of the participants is Kan, my badminton kaki. So how I apply kindness, beginner's mind, wisdom. If I win, okay, if I win, I'm happy or not because I win you. That's not the reason. If I win, usually because I can run around, I can splash very nice. It's the excitement of able to drop here, drop there. It's not because I want you to lose. So I'm not that. Okay? So if I win, I rejoice, I'm very happy. But you cannot win all the time. So sometimes they win. So they win, I think good, happy. I let them happy. So sometimes I win, sometimes you win. Sometimes I happy, sometimes you happy. Good lah. You happy, I happy at a different time. So that's kindness. There's also beginner's mind, isn't it? There's also wisdom, isn't it? There's seeing things in different perspective. No need to you win all the time. Not necessarily play badminton or after I attend MINDFULGym, I must always let people win. It can be somewhere in between. I win, I'm happy. You win, also happy. And I win not because I want you to lose. That's not the reason. I'm happy because of the challenge. Okay, so take home message, try to conceptualize mindfulness in the form of relationship instead of just paying attention, and try out these two ways of looking at it. Actually, they're similar, it's just that there's slightly different emphasis. Okay, second question.
Thank you, Dr. Pan. That's why, like, you know, when it is like, when there's no one else, like there's no social interaction of kind of sport, like, you know, walking, you know, stretching or yoga, is so much more easy to just relate to ourselves. And then when it comes to like social related sports, there's just simply so many things to be concerned or to pay attention to. So I think instead of pay attention to so many senses, the relational part can be the main thing that can really as an anchor to practice mindfulness in as well. Like we can still be mindful when we're very excited or when we are having the euphoria of fun, can be also can be also mindful also. Okay, thank you.
When you are euphoric, when you're excited, when you're euphoric, it's still possible to be kind and be curious, be adventurous, and be wise, isn't it? You may not be able to pay attention, am I right? It's a dense statement for you to reflect. You might not be able to pay attention, but we can still be kind, have beginner's mind, and wise. Then no need to pay attention, it's okay. Just be kind and be curious and be wise is good enough.
And enjoy the moment of the euphoria with the three angels attitude.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Second question is, Dr. Pang, I'm actually very grateful that, you know, this type of second part of the lesson of revision for me, it happens during the MCO period. It actually helped me anchor down during this period, and it's different with practicing with so many people around, even though it's not physically, but we know there's at least together in this, and it's actually quite helpful, and it's it feels connected also lah. Just one question is that do we have, like, you know, just a revision class, you know, any upcoming, just, you know, revision for fun, just for connection?
Revision can, but I noticed revision only works well if you all participate. The revision doesn't work well if the one talking is me. I keep on talk, slide after slide, two after two, kung fu after kung fu. Usually what works well is like what's happening now. Is what happening now. There is expression, there's sharing, there's saying things which are confused. Then from the confusion, we get things a bit clearer, see things from different perspectives. We are still using the same term. We still use the word body stretching, breathing. We still use the word mindfulness, attitude, kindness. But as we discuss in this way, the depth of the understanding grows. So I'm happy to have revision classes, provided that the style of the revision is something like what we are doing now, instead of me talking and talking and talking and talking.
Question answered.
Yes. Conditional yes. Conditional yes.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Pang. Thank you, Jasmine. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Yun.
Hi, Dr. Pang. Dr. Pang, how to, can I speak?
Yes, I mean,
Dr. Pang, how to link, because people's human being always live in a group, like always going out, hang out together in the group. But now suddenly it's come to social distancing. It's like, 1 meter become 2 meters, okay? So how to link it with beginner mind?
How do you link a beginner's mind?
Yeah, because like suddenly like our life is changed, right? It's like from group become individual. Like when you see other people, you feel like you're so scared, and then we will run away like in the mud, we'll keep a distance. Then like people seeing people, it's like seeing a ghost nowadays. Instead, like last time, people see people was like they were hugged together, or they were talking together. But nowadays, like keep a distance, a very far distance. So how to link it to beginner's mind?
Beginner's mind is seeing things in different perspective, isn't it? Fresh perspective in different way.
Yeah.
So maybe we can learn to see relationship. We should not define relationship in the physical forms. I think most of us are usually we define relationship as very physical. Then I am me, you are there, we are 3 feet away, we are 2 weeks away, 2 feet away, you are in Sarawak, I'm in Semenanjung. So maybe we should redefine relationship in a different way. It is not how far physically we are connected. More important is how are we emotionally connected. So instead of seeing the connection as just physical, we see in different perspective, connection can be emotional. Connection can be emotional, not just physical.
Yes.
We can be connected even we are far away. You are in Sarawak, isn't it?
Yes, you forget already.
Physically, we are more than 3 feet away. But we can still be emotionally connected.
Yes.
On the other hand, we can have a person sitting right in front of us or right beside us, less than 3 feet. But we might not be emotionally connected,
Yeah, true.
So there is one way. There's one way of seeing things in different perspective. So you have to, Amy, you have to continue to mix with us, all the MINDFULGym kaki here. Because we see differently, All these MINDFULGym kaki, we see things differently,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Pang. So, Dr. Pang, how about the Telegram? The Telegram will be remains or will be removed after these sessions?
Continue.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
I will consider having a sort of booster sessions.
Oh, good.
But the booster session will be something like the Q&A session, sharing discussion. If I ever talk, if I ever present slide or talk, I should be talking for maybe just 10-15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Talking for 10-15 minutes. Yeah, because I have nothing new to talk, because all the tools have been shared. But the process is like that. You see, I don't know how to cook. It's like I don't know how to cook. You can share with me all the cooking tools. You can give me the best kitchen, give me all the tools. Oh, very good. Very good. This tool can cut like that, one can cut like that, can do like that. But if you do not know how to use the tools, no point. Similarly, I've shared with you so many tools, MINDFULGym session 1 and 2. So many tools. So you got the tools already. But the next step is to learn how to use the tools. Else you'll be like me, put me in the kitchen, you give me all the tools. The tools are all very good, but don't know how to pakai.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy to have as many revisions as you want, provided that the format has to be, I just talk a little bit, 10-15 minutes. Then you all ask questions, you all share your experience, share your confusion. Not just share success, share your confusion, share your realization. Yeah, I believe that is a more effective way.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Pang. Thank you.
Maybe you talk a lot already, let other people talk.
Okay, as you my mouth.
Dr. Pang, I think the pandemic situations in Malaysia is getting worse. And up to certain extent, personally, I have phobia to go out. Even I have no choice, I need to go out. I think I up to the extent like I have that nosophobia. So what can I do in these situations? So when I'm doing the social distancing in queuing up to buy things, I will spread loving kindness to all the people around me instead of don't know who got infected, who have the possibility to spread the virus. So I make it as a habit to spread loving kindness to all the people around me while waiting in the queue. And I also sing Rasa Sayang song and send the best wishes to everyone. So that actually can calm my emotional in the way of fearful feeling. So that's what I practice.
Very good. Do that as well. That's a very good example. Thanks for sharing, Jasmine. So instead of focusing dialogue, you die first or I die first, will I be the next one to die?
Yes.
Instead of doing that, we sing Rasa Sayang song.
Yes.
I sing the Rasa Sayang song almost throughout the day. Rasa Sayang. When I wake up early in the morning, even before I get up from my bed, that is the song I hum in my mind. Before I go off to sleep, I also hum the song in my mind. Okay, and I notice many times, even in my dream, I'll be singing the song. In the hospital, outside the hospital, driving, I think that should be the way how we practice, and that is under kindness, what we beginner's mind, because there's a lot of creativity in practicing. That's a very powerful antidote. Those of you who wants to know the biology behind that, actually when we sing the Rasa Sayang song, we radiate loving kindness, we share good wishes, express our good wishes to others, our body produces a hormone known as oxytocin. Oxytocin, which is produced in large amount when mothers give birth to children and when mothers are breastfeeding. The good news is even we are not breastfeeding, even men who are not giving birth to children, even men who are not breastfeeding, if we practice this loving kindness practice, it can also raise the oxytocin level. Oxytocin reduce fear, an antidote for fear. In fact, they are doing experiment. They are coming out with the oxytocin spray. So in the mental health world, they're coming out with the oxytocin spray. So if you are scared, they spray then the oxytocin, then you can help to reduce fear. Our MindFulGym technology even better. No need to spray. You just in the mind only, just sing the Rasa Sayang song. Fear level. Very effective. So you go for vaccination, instead of look around, you die or you die first, I die first, don't know who will die. Really loving kindness to everyone, to the RELA staff, to the young one, to the old one, to the medical officers, to the volunteers, to ourselves, to everyone. And to the politicians as well. The politicians are working very hard. Doesn't matter whether they do the right thing or wrong, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, may all be well.
Yeah, may all be well. Yeah, that's the way. Very good. Rasa Sayang.
So Lynn requested, let's sing the song, Dr. Pang.
Together.
Let's try with beginner's mind.
Very good. I was about to say that. So we sing together in Zoom. So beginner's mind, that means we let go of the outcome.
Right.
May sound good. it may sound horrible, it may sound half-half, it may sound not recognizable. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Rasa sayang,
rasa
sayang,
May you may
I'll be happy.
May you may all be happy,
Okay, it doesn't sound as good as our usual in-person MindfulGym session.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's a beginner's
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You can
Dr.
sing.
Pang, since we still have 15 minutes, why not you think happiness is here and now? You didn't teach in the class.
Correct, yeah. Ken.
A very nice song.
Happiness is here and now. I had dropped my worries. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. No longer in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I had dropped my worry. Somewhere to go, something to do, but not in a hurry. Somewhere to go, something to do, but not in a hurry.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Pang.
So you can sing this song as well, because sometimes when you go for vaccination, you're so nervous. You want to remember all the tools, I cannot remember. Just sing a song. Either the happiness here and now or rasa sayang. That can help to diffuse the anxiety. Cannot tension, I cannot think what AM, what mindful vitamin, breathing, cannot all forgotten already.
So what I would like to share is a few things. One is openness. Second is take one thing at a time. And third is focus on now at the present moment. What can we do now and what do we have? I can understand we all going through this pandemic. It's not easy. It's quite difficult. Every one of us have our own struggles, including me, myself. How did I actually go through these difficult times? I would say that I have all my friends and family support. That is very, very important because we lock up in our own house. We, as Amy said, how can we actually get connect with people if we are practicing social distancing? As Dr. Pan said, that distancing doesn't mean that we don't have connection. Most important is we need to connect to one another. The same as in this MindfulGym is the best platform for us to keep one another in support, no matter what happens. But first of all, we have to dare to open up our heart to share our vulnerability, to be transparent. Whatever you need to let out, what I've learned is I let out, sometimes I will feel anxious, I'll have fears, I have uncertainty. What I did, I opened up and called my family members. I want to say something. I want to share with you something that is disturbing me. After I shared it out, I feel like I have done a stretching or a breathing is similar. So sometimes I might need different tools to cope with my different situations. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I need to do yoga. Sometimes I need to do meditation. Sometimes it depends on different situation. I will ask my body what my body's need. So I just want to say one last thing, that we are all in a family, MindfulGym family. We hope that we can connect to each other, maintain, and you are not alone. We are going through together. That's my sharing. Thank you, Dr. Pang, for giving us this opportunity. It's very precious.
Thank you, Eka.
I have one last thing to share. It's actually about after taking the vaccine, then I experienced the effects like headache and the pains on the body, etc. So I find that like being kind to myself, taking Panadols, and I observe the pain with beginner's mind. It helps reduces the pain a lot. So
how do you observe the pain with beginner's mind? I'm very curious to learn.
because it's like the headache, then I feel like what type of headache it is and where it is, and is a bit funny, like it's poking out, or it's like the type of headache, and just observe it, and then after a while, you're just like, oh, it's like that, and then you don't feel that painful anymore. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I always like to listen to all your sharings. Thank you for giving me the honor and the pleasure to listen to all your sharing. I like it when to see how you apply the same principle. The principle are always the same, remembering to pay attention, relate to things with kindness, beginner's mind, and wisdom. The basic principle is the same. But when you share with me how you apply it for headache, apply it for vaccine, apply it for loneliness, apply it for guilt, I like to hear such stories. I like to hear such sharings. Yeah, please do that more. If you ever have revision session, booster sessions, need booster, you know, like vaccine also need booster. MINDFULGym also need booster, you know. Please continue to share more. Jasmine, I would like to specifically thank you for helping me to coordinate the entire program, eight sessions. Yeah, especially this is the first time, you know, we are running MINDFULGym Zoom.
Yes.
A lot of uncertainties, a lot of hiccups here and there. Thank you for walking with me throughout the journey. I want to give you the honor to say the last words before we end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think personally that I gain a lot by practicing mindfulness from the MINDFULGym model is whenever I encounter challenges in my practice. I still remember when first time I have the knowledge from practicing the MINDFULGym tools. I was very, very diligent until stressed up in the way that too mindful. Everything have to be mindful. If I couldn't, if the moment was mindless, I have a lot of self-blame, self-criticism. What's wrong with me? I have been so diligent already, you know. What's wrong with me? So at the end, throughout all the challenges, problems that I met, I noticed that I lack of wisdom in my practice. So I always encourage all the MINDFULGYmers, make it as a habit, like Kain just now she mentioned, make it as a habit. Yes, that's very important. The habit doesn't come 1 or 2 days of practice. I think a good habit have to cultivate in 66 days. So doesn't need to practice all tools, but every day a little bit, 1 or 2 tools is good enough until you make it as a habit. Only through challenges you will have a better understanding, deeper learning into this MINDFULGym workshop. Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Pang, for being a great teacher to me on the part of practicing mindfulness. Thanks a lot.
Thank you again for joining us. We love all of you. Take care.